use that. So it's not much. There's not much difference between this Objective-C and C++. The main difference is just syntax format. C++ and Objective-C, they both are all object-oriented programming, like OOP. So the difference is Objective-C, the syntax in it, when you say, when I create an object, when I want to use the methods in that object, we call dot the method name, the parameters put into it. We can call these methods of that object. And Objective-C, they don't say method, they say messaging. You want to ask the job to do something, you send them the message. Send them a message. What they do is actually, instead of dot method name, they use a square bracket, tell the object, I want to do this. So just the format is different. The way you are in your brain, when you're thinking about the programming, is the same. So actually, if you know C or C++, or you're from Java, you're from .NET, C# programming, you can pick it up pretty quick. It shouldn't take you much time, probably 1 day or two. If you know the OOPs, it shouldn't take you much time. The only thing is when you go back to this kind of, compared to C# or Java, it's a lower level language, is you need to know the pointer. So pointer is the hard part in the language. But once you spend some time understand what pointer is, how to use that, from pointer, convert the pointer to the data, and data to the pointer, how to do that, and it shouldn't be hard. So yeah, once you pick up the Objective-C, and you can start your program. So the next one is the Android. So Android device, the operating system used in the Android device is Linux. Your Unix, Linux. Linux is also from Unix, right? But so they're pretty much the same thing. So the code of the operating system of the Android devices actually is Linux. And Google developed a big library, put it on top of the Linux. It's not the native library, it's the Java library. So they create all those presentation layer, those components, just put it in. First they put the modified virtual machine on top of the Linux. It's a modified version. There's a lawsuit now from Oracle against the Google. They're talking about this. You are modifying the virtual machine of the Java, and you create your own huge library on top of this for you to develop the applications. So the language you need to use is basically Java and C. Why I put C there is that if you want to really develop some components, interact directly to the Linux system, you can use C. If you just want to use the huge Java library, then Java is the language. So how many of you are Java developers? Anyone? No? Yeah, I think Java is pretty popular now. It's many developers in the market. So if you're a Java developer, it's pretty much easy for you to pick up, right? So later I will show you the required tools here. So Windows Phone. This is from Microsoft. It doesn't take a lot the big market share, but many people like this system because it can share the information to the Office documents you created in your desktop. It's pretty easy. And also it's integrated with the Facebook and the messaging systems and your live messenger and so on. It's tightly integrated together. So if you want to work, for example, work on your Word document, Excel, and everything, it's pretty easy using this kind of device. It's totally integrated. Also, Microsoft released the Office 360. I'm not sure anybody knows this. Office 360 is the web-based Office system. So you can manipulate all your Office documents just using the website, the web application. So you don't need to install any Office software in your computer. You can work on all those Office systems. And also it's integrated with this Windows Phone. So Windows Phone is you can think about it as evolved versions from the Windows Mobile. So 10 years ago, Microsoft released the Pocket PC. I'm not sure anybody used that Pocket PC. And later on, they integrate the phone functions in the Pocket PC. They call it mobile phone. The Windows Mobile version up to 6.5 is basically from the Windows CE move to Pocket PC and then put the phone functions into it. And then they create a Windows Mobile system. So up to Windows Mobile 6.5. And later on, they released another phone. I forgot exactly the name. For only 2 weeks, they discontinued it because there's one team using the Zune, Z-U-N-E, Zune, the Microsoft mp3 player. They use that system and cut the phone function into it and release that another phone. Just released for 2 weeks and then discontinued. And later on, they moved back to the Windows Mobile and then upgraded to this Windows Phone. But Windows Phone is totally different from Windows Mobile. Otherwise, why they rename it, right? It's called Windows Phone, not called Windows Mobile. It's because this one is .NET based. So they call this Windows, they put the .NET framework on top of it, and all the presentation layer, they are based on the .NET framework. And the .NET framework, as Microsoft released one competitive technology, is called Silverlight. So anybody know Silverlight? What Silverlight is? Silverlight is Microsoft technology against the Adobe Flash animation, the Flash animation. So Microsoft created their own Flash animation. It's called Silverlight. So all this kind of presentation is based on Silverlight technology. So you can use Visual Studio to develop the interface for Windows Phone. So if you are .NET developers, it's so easy for you to switch to here. You don't need to learn a lot. The syntax is the same. You can pick up C# and just write the application for it. So learn a little bit about what Silverlight is. That's it. So Silverlight is actually they have the slimmed down version of the .NET framework. It's not compact .NET framework. We say compact .NET framework is for small devices. That framework is even smaller than that compact .NET framework. It's the, if you are using the Silverlight for browsers, it's a plug-in. It's approximately 3 to 10 meg. So it's very, very small. So another one is for the small device development is BlackBerry. So BlackBerry they have their own proprietary operating system. They call it BlackBerry OS. Now OS is the latest version, I think 7 if you check the Vin's website. So the BlackBerry OS 7. 10 years ago, their development environment is using the native coding way. This means you have to use C or C+ to develop the BlackBerry application. And later they put the Java virtual machine on top of it. So now, actually, if you want to develop Java, the BlackBerry application, you're using Java. So if you're a Java developer, this is pretty easy for you to come over. Playbook, this is new. When Apple released the iPad, then we will say this market. So we apply another company to get this QNX operating system. This is similar to, it's a Unix-like system. I think it's another derived system from Unix. So they acquired another small company to get this system over. And also they put the Java virtual machine on top of it. So and develop the SDK. And you can use Java to develop the applications. So now you can get the playbook. Even you can see from chapters. You can buy the playbook. There's Best Buy and many other stores. You can get the playbook. Not many people like it when they first released the device. Is because that device doesn't support the email or other document manipulation applications directly. For example, if you want to browse your email must be from your BlackBerry cell phone. If you have a BlackBerry account, then you link into it. The device can browse the email from your device. So now they already released that. After the release, the playbook, I think it's around 3 months, and their development team released components of applications for you to set up the emails to access your top 3 email, or what do you call it? Like the Google email, so the webmail systems. You can view those emails using the apps. Now it's pretty competitive device. The last one is Windows-based tablet device. So this one, I think I don't need to talk a lot. So many of you know how to develop Windows applications. There's no difference. But once Microsoft released the Windows 8 February, so it will make a little bit difference. Probably pretty much you will need to use Windows Presentation Foundation or the Silverlight to develop presentation, so to develop application. So it's pretty much it's .NET way to develop applications. So these are popular mobile devices and the way you develop your system. So here I just give you more resources on if I'm going to choose to develop the iPhone applications, what do I need to know? So first you need to know is there's a website open for developers. It's developer.apple.com. So this web page will show you there's one part is showing iOS Dev Center. From there you get all information about how and what are required for you to start up your development, application development for iPhone. And what are those tools available for you to develop the application? So from there you can download the tool. It's Xcode. Xcode is equivalent to the Visual Studio if we have Windows developers, Visual Studio. So we download Xcode. Before version 4, it was free. Xcode was free. You can download it before version 4. After they release version 4, you need to pay for it. There are 2 ways. One, you register as a member of the Apple developer, and you pay for the membership fee, like $100. Then you get the 2 free. Then $100. What's the $100 for? You can release your application to the App Store. If you don't want to pay this $100, you can pay just $5 to download Xcode. So, but you need the